Hello, hi, it's me, toxiclowfive, and today I'm talking about the new update we got for, well, Deathball. There's been some changes, and, currently, a lot of people are not happy. There's been some content creators leaving the program. I don't know if it's because of this update, I could be wrong, but I've seen a lot of people being upset and a lot of people leaving, especially the high-end traders and stuff like that. They're all going and leaving, and understandably so. Now, if you don't know what's going on, right now, there was a trading update. In the trading, if you didn't know what trading is, before you even get into that, before in this game, you could get these things called gems. Now, gems was like the currency, the only currency in this game that you would use to buy the champions. You would use it for trading. You would use it for buying weapons in the packs. You use it for buying emotes. And it was good. You would get it from killing players taking damage, and winning the game. You could get it for free. Now, when Deathball 2.0 came out, they removed that from the game and instead give us these things called crystals, legacy orbs, and a whole bunch of new currencies, mumbo jumbo garbage that nobody asked for, but they gave us it. You then lost the ability to gain gems, so you could no longer trade for weapons. You could no longer use it for buying packs. That's what crystals replaced with. The only thing that stayed with the gems was that gems are now used for trading only. You can't use the crystals for trading, but you can use gems for trading. The problem that realized there is that the only way to get gems is either paying for them, doing random events that give you very little, or buying them. You know, that's it. That's the or buying Gem Toki, but Gem Toki's garbage within itself. That's another champion. This one, another champion. He gives you money, but it's not much. He barely gives you anything. He sucks. Right. So I said that to say this. Now, currently, yesterday, I think it was, we got an update for Deathball, and the update was the trading update. They changed a lot of things, and we're gonna go over to the trading to show you it. Now, there was taxes on items before, but it wasn't that bad, so you could still profit. But now most things have a 10% tax if it's above $1 million, like in terms of pricing. So for example, let me see if I can find one. This one for 20 million, there's a 10% tax on that. So whoever's selling this is gonna not make as much money as they would. And that's a big issue for traders, especially if you were a free trader or like somebody that was like a free to play person, because you won't be making much money anymore in terms of gems, because, well, you can't make gems for free to play unless you trade, and this ruins that. Another way of trading was people would buy the poses since they're worth so much, and then put it on a sword you don't care about, and, you know, trade that weapon, and that weapon will go up in value because it has the pose that somebody might want. Now, the problem with that is they added in a new thing here, which is the worst part of this update in my opinion. So say I no longer want cycle on my cyber hammer. I'm like, okay, I don't want this anymore. I kind of want to put my cycle on my other weapon. To do that, it costs 700,000 gems. Now, you might be like, no, after me explaining all of that to you, telling you that, one, there's no way of getting free gems anymore other than trading and doing special events that the game has, but they give you like very little. Then there's a 10% tax on the weapons that you would want to sell. Then the best way for free to play trading is then ruined on top of that, because it costs money, this much money now to take poses and auras and all of that stuff off of it. You get why this is not good. Now, a whole bunch of high level traders are leaving. It's just not looking good for this game. It feels like they're adding the stuff that nobody asked for. And yeah, but no, I'm gonna get to the reason they did add this stuff to the game, or why they wanted these changes for the game. Now, apparently there was like 150 to 300 people who duped a bunch of gems and a bunch of items. So to fix that, they thought taking gems away from people and turning these gems into corrupted gem would help that. Now, with corrupted gems, I actually don't know where you trade these. I assume it's here. I don't know where it is. When you get corrupted gems, there's a way to turn your corrupted gems into a corrupted weapon. I'm trying to see if I could find one. They're not tradable. There's nobody here with one, and I don't know where you do it at. So like I don't know. I don't know where the thing is. But point is, you turn these weapons into corrupted weapons. Now, corrupted gems are gems that were like people that had like 300 million gems, most of their gems got turned into corrupted gems. And you can't do anything but use the corrupted gems on corrupted packs. Now, if you don't know what corrupted packs are, it's the thing they just recently added for people that, well, got their gems taken away. Now, you might be seeing an issue with this is because, remember, gems mostly cost money, and that's the only way to get a lot of gems is either, well, used to be by trading or buying them with money. Right, so this used to be the only real way to like get a lot of gems, since they removed the ability to get gems for free. So yeah, that's where it got pretty bad, and it just, I don't know what they were thinking with this. I do understand why they're doing it. They wanted to like stop the duping from happening, or like try to like make sure the market doesn't like crash because of all of these duped items and duped gems and stuff like that. But I just don't think this was the way to go for it, because at the end of it, the regular players is just being punished for this when they didn't even do anything. And then a lot of innocent people as well also lost gems, and their gems got turned into corrupted weapons. And the corrupted weapons are cool looking. I don't know where they are. I can't find them. They are cool looking, but the problem with that is you can't trade the weapons. So you pretty much just killed people's accounts. So like people that lost 300 million gems and they got turned into corrupted gem pretty much just lost all of their wrap. They can't do anything with that because remember, you can't trade the corrupted weapons. They're untradeable, and I don't think they ever will be tradable because that would defeat the purpose of the update in itself. So it really, I don't know what they were thinking with this update. It wasn't well thought out, and I feel like if they just had talked to anybody that was into trading, I'm not into trading, so I don't know much about this. I don't trade much. So I think if they just like actually just listened to the community and asked if this was a good idea, people probably would have said no, and this wouldn't have happened. This YouTuber explains it a lot better because he does a lot of trading. I'll put the video in the description if I remember. He explains it a lot better than me that I ever could because I don't trade. Remember, I'm just a messenger saying that this update sucks. But I will say my final thoughts before ending this video. I don't know what's going on with Deathball. I really don't. It just feels like it's been going downhill since this 2.0 update, but it wasn't that bad. Like the 2.0 update was bad, but it wasn't this bad. Like it started off pretty decent. It had like cool features like being able to remove your cosmetics and stuff. Then like the improvement to sword grading, the improvement to sword enchanting as well. Sword enchanting still sucks, by the way. Also is a downgrade as well because the books is a thing, but I digress. There's also easier ways to dual wield your weapons. The lobby, the hub was a really cool thing. I really like the hub because now you don't have to worry about lagging as much. The game still lags its face off, but then they added in a bunch of weird stuff like this trading update, the team version of rank that nobody asked for, and it just feels like most of the updates they've been doing is just things that nobody actually wants, and it really does suck. I feel like this is the downfall of the game. I haven't seen the game be doing this bad in a long time. Normally around peak time, this game would be getting up to like 15,000. When an update comes out, getting up to 20,000, maybe even 30,000. Sometimes even beating Blade Ball. But these practices that they're doing is actually a lot worse than anything I've seen Blade Ball do, because at least they weren't taking gems away from people. Because remember, gems are money. This is real money they're taking away, and they could get into legal action if this continues. So I feel they should revert this update, just go back previously. I don't even mind as long as we get all of our stuff back. If they have the ability to go back a version and give back everybody everything they had and think of a different solution for solving the duping crisis, I think that's what they should do. But this was not the answer. I think they did this too briskly, and they're being punished for it now because the game, I don't know, I feel really bad for all of the people that lost all of their stuff. I didn't lose anything, thankfully, because I don't really trade often. From what I know, I didn't lose anything. None of my weapons got turned into, or crystals got turned into the corrupted gems. I don't know where we trade them at. Maybe it's in the hub. Let me check the hub. No, I don't know where it is, but yeah. So yeah, that's it. I don't know what they were thinking with this update. It really is saddening that they're doing this because now I just went and bought like a whole bunch of these poses because me and my friend Lila, you might know her Lila from some of the videos. She pops up in some of the videos. But me and my friend Lila, we're gonna start like doing some serious trading because I got a bunch of good stuff and I suck at trading, but she's good at trading. The problem is she doesn't have good items, so I was gonna let her do all the work and we both profit from it. But now I just don't feel like doing that. I don't really want to do that anymore, especially because it feels like I won't get much profit. I don't know. I feel like a lot of things need to be rethunk. And they need to like rethink everything because this does not, there's no positive in this update. There's nothing good about this update. It feels like everything just got worse. The worst part was the accessory thing costing gems. Now, not even just a little bit of gems. It went from costing 100 crystals to remove an item to 700,000. Like, it's crazy. Like, look at this. Hold on, let me go back. Let me show you something. So if we go to remove the thingy, right? Let's just say I don't like, oh, this perfect one. So say I don't want, wait, no, I'm gonna do it on my main weapon. Say I don't want anything on this weapon anymore. I want to move it all. So if I want to take off all 3 of these, it's 2 million of my gems. That's more than 20% of my gems right off the bat from just taking stuff off of my weapon. To just take stuff. So imagine a big update comes out. I get a whole bunch of cool swords from the battle pass that they drop, or a pack that they add to the game, and I'm like, you know what, bro, I'm gonna use this weapon, and this weapon. So I'm gonna take off this, and this, right? And I want to put them all on that. It's gonna cost me like $500,000, bro. Well, not $500,000. It's gonna cost me like 5 million, bro. 5 million to do that, and that's insane. That's insane. Considering I can never make that money back because I don't trade and we can't get gems for free anymore, and they just made crystals even more useless than they were before. I don't know what they were thinking. I really don't. And now legacy orbs are worse too, I'm pretty sure. You can't trade those anymore, if I'm not mistaken. So if I open my booth here, before you could trade legacy orbs, but you can't trade them anymore. They made them untradeable, so they're kind of useless now. So I really don't know what's going on with this game. It's just been seeming like a whole bunch of bad updates and bad business decisions. And then the lack of advertising for this game as well. It doesn't really feel like this game, like the devs are a part of the community at all. They don't do anything but update the game. For example, they don't even have a YouTube channel for this game to like do trailers for when the updates come out. So of course the game's never gonna catch up to Ball. And especially after this update, this game was lagging behind because that game's trading system is way better than this game's. From what I know, I don't really play Ball, but you could correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna stop yapping. Point is, this update's awful. I hope they revert it. If they don't revert it, I think they should at least revert this one. This update needs to be reverted. If you want to make it a little bit better, you could just make it cost more crystals, maybe like 1,000 crystals to remove each item. I would have much rather that than 700,000 gems to take it off, dog. Like, how much money is that? Like, if I had 0 gems and I just wanted to remove one item off of my sword with a little bit of Robux, how much does that cost? So I would say 2 of these, so about 140 Robux just to remove 2 items off of my sword. That's insane. I don't know what they were doing. This is an awful update. 0 out of 10. There's nothing good about it. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about it. Let me know if you're gonna continue playing the game, if this game continues to go down this road. But if it does continue to go down this road, I do think this game is gonna finally die off, unfortunately. And it's not the community's fault. It's mostly just the developers making horrible decisions. But yeah, I really hope that doesn't happen because I really do love Deathball. Hopefully things change. I really do feel bad for anybody that's affected by this. And yeah, have a wonderful day. I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.